a certain rapper sent me a dick pic while he was in jail.
Like people that are fixing your house, like they come over and they're like, Did you know that when Vine first started, I was like, posting literal porn on
All right, Grandma, let's get you to bed.
Hey, I'm Casey Calvert.
I'm Leanna Lovings.
I'm Corey Chase.
I'm Bree Mills, and you're listening to the Adult Time Podcast.
Welcome back to the Adult Time Podcast, our special AVN edition, and I'm Siri Dahl. I'm going to interview Liv Revamped.
Hello.
I'm so excited that you're here, and you
Me
look
too.
really cute.
Thank you.
Oh, I just noticed you took off your bunny ears.
I did.
Which they were also cute, but equally cute without them.
Thank you.
So first of all, since we're here at AVN, I wanted to ask you about your nomination for, is it a fan-voted award, the Unsung Darling?
Yes. It is.
Yeah, like, are you excited about that?
I actually kind of am. Like, what makes me excited about this nomination is the fact that it kind of just shows that it doesn't matter how long you've been in the industry, you're still appreciated.
Yes.
Like, you still matter.
Yes.
And I've been doing this for almost 14 years now. It's easy to kind of feel like my career is almost stagnant.
Yes.
But those are insecurities. And being nominated...
Because I guarantee your fans don't think that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this nomination reminds me that, like, no, people still want to see me.
Fuck yes. High five on that.
Thank you.
Yes. I relate. Like, so I've been I started in 2012, so I've been in for a while. Took some time off in the middle there. And I've had many nominations, but I've never had, like, I've won in, like, a couple, like smaller ones, but not like I haven't won like a main XBiz or a main AVN award.
Right.
You know? So I relate in a way, and the way that I've always seen award season stuff is like just any kind of form of recognition is super appreciated, and like it feels like validating in a way, and also it doesn't even need, like, even if that weren't the case, it's like having my fans and their loyalty, you know, like that's more important to me.
AVN is like one huge family reunion, not just for the performers, but also for the fans.
It is.
And I'm sure you understand this, that there's certain fans that aren't even your fans, those are your friends.
Yes.
And you look forward to seeing those people.
They've been there like since day one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got fans that they've grown up in, like, while being in contact with me as their like favorite porn star.
Exactly.
Like they're like, look, I have a baby now, and I'm like, what? That's great. Like,
right? Like, I'm married now. I have a kid.
Yeah.
I got a new job. I moved, and it makes me excited because they're excited to tell me.
It's very cool, and it is. It's like the whole spirit of this season and like all the fan events and stuff is special.
Yes.
And I look forward to it every year, and it's also stressful, and then when it's over, I'm like,
Oh, I used to tell girls all the time, having at least one meltdown during AVN is totally normal.
It's classic.
It's
AVN
classic.
meltdown.
There was one year I had 2 meltdowns.
Same.
Mm-hmm. One at the beginning and one right before red carpet one year.
Same. I feel like it's a prerequisite.
Exactly. It really is.
If you've had like a couple years of AVNs, it's like, it's inevitable.
It really is.
So while we're on the subject of award season and all this, so if you won an award and you were called up on stage, what would you say in your acceptance speech in 10 seconds or less?
I would say, oh, these are the people I was meant to fuck to get to the top.
Oh my God, I love that. That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. I want to hear that now. We need to make sure you get to go up and get an award on stage, because I need to hear that.
That was the dick I was supposed to suck to get here. Got it.
That was the one special, the key.
Or maybe 2, or maybe 5. It depends on the scene.
Oh my God. Have you ever, okay, this is a little out of pocket, but so tell me, you just shut the fuck up if I need to. Have you ever like hooked up with a fan at AVN?
I like to think everyone that's fucked me is a fan.
That's the perfect answer. I mean, and you're not wrong.
I mean, I would at least hope so.
Okay, one of the things that I absolutely love about AVN specifically, because it's so big and chaotic and everything, is the people watching.
Yes.
Is there anything you've seen so far this week that you were just like, what the fuck?
Well, I wouldn't know.
Or even in past years.
Oh, in past years?
Any
It's really
core
hard to
memories?
say because everything, we get so desensitized by everything.
That's true, yeah.
We see so many gimps. We see so many people on leashes. We see so much of everything that I'm just like, is anything really abnormal anymore?
No.
I think the only thing that would be abnormal is like maybe if I saw like a nun walking through, then I'd be
Like
like,
an
that's a little,
actual-
like an actual
Clearly
nun.
legit, not a fetish nun.
No,
a nun.
like an actual nun. Then I'd be surprised. Then I'd be like, oh, where is she going?
That would get me too.
But
Yeah.
you know what? Bet you she'd probably wind up
Yeah.
at the Bad Dragon booth. That's where she's going.
Probably. Because nuns,
We don't know what habit she's into.
what happened? Oh my God. Oh my God, I love you. Okay. Now I just have, okay, this might take me a second because I have a long list of questions and I gotta just. What's your best cunnilingus tip?
You know what? Someone recently taught me this, and I was like, wait,
Ooh.
I can still learn things?
Tips?
Yes.
And
So,
we fucked and you're very good. So if someone taught you something, I'm like, I might be about to learn something that I didn't know.
it's like a slight suction. Like you turn your mouth into like a rose, but not super
The
aggressively.
rose.
You know what I'm talking about? Just like a...
Like maybe like you have a spaghetti noodle that you're trying to like get out of.
but very slowly. Like you're taking your time slurping that noodle.
See, I find this interesting. I've never been a huge fan of like suction on my clit. Now I've a couple
Me
different
neither.
suction toys that I've gotten as freebies, and I've tried them out, and it kind of depends on my mood, I guess. And I think the reason I have been soured about the suction thing is because I probably had one too many times when someone was going down on me and they sucked like really hard and it was like very overstimulating.
As someone who has a very sensitive clit,
Yeah.
I relate.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of girls, which I'm sure you've experienced as well, that have rock hard clits.
Yeah.
Like break their Hitachi aggressive.
Yes. Yeah. And they're like, slap it, like, punch it.
Whatever they're into.
Pop it. Skip it.
Pop it. Meanwhile, I'm just like, just blow on it. Just blow on it. Like it's so sensitive, which is a blessing and a curse all in one.
Yeah.
So as you said, if people suck too aggressively, then it's just like, wait, no, please stop.
Yes.
That's no longer fun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like
It's like
a-
that feeling of overwhelm when it's like I welcome it at a point, but it's like we've got to build up to that.
Yes.
My business needs to get more like, we need to zhuzh.
Like, come on, you know how to preheat the oven.
Yeah. I love that. Okay, if you had 60 seconds, 1 minute in a sex store with unlimited money to spend, what all would you be grabbing? Whatever.
All
you
the
want.
glass. All the glass.
Ooh, that's good because they're expensive too.
Yes, and they're so
Yeah.
pretty and just there's
Hell
so many
yeah.
different shapes and sizes and they're sanitary.
Yes.
Easy to clean.
Mm-hmm.
It was just all glass.
Very, very smart. I like your brain. Very smart. Socks on or off during sex?
Depends on the weather. If it's cold,
Sure.
I want to keep my socks on.
Do you get cold feet and
I
hands?
do. My hands are
Same.
freezing now.
Same. Hold on, touch me. Touch my, like up here. Because my hands are also cold, so I'm like, I gotta feel
all
the
right.
difference, you know? Those are cold.
Yeah.
Okay, can I touch your like knee
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
They're
not
mine
too
are less cold than
cold.
yours, but I've been sitting in this very warm like leather chair for a couple hours, so I'm a little like, primed.
But even though my hands are cold, and you know how sometimes we're on set and we're just like, oh wait, let me warm my hands up. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, don't. I love cold fingers.
Yes, daddy. Give me your cold hands.
I do. It was my first form of like kink play.
Yeah.
Was playing with ice.
Temperature stuff. Okay, can I tell you? For Christmas, my partner just gifted me, you know the viral clip of someone's like grandma, like
yes,
with
the Christmas
trees. He gave me that for Christmas. My partner did. So I have now like a butt plug ice cube mold, and I love it. Honestly, they're great ice cubes because the weird shape, they take longer to melt. So I'm like up in my house, like pouring myself a drink, drinking out of my butt plug ice cube glass. They're great. Everyone should get one. The grandma was onto something.
I've considered it. You know what? I'm going to get it now.
You
I'm
should.
going to go on Amazon as soon as I'm done with this interview.
You should.
Sorry,
It's
am I able to
fantastic.
call them out? Bleep them. We're not trying to support them.
Okay, do you have any sexting tips?
Sexting tips?
Yeah.
You know what? When it came to learning how to talk dirty, I learned how to do it ironically.
That's actually really smart. You pretend like you're into it. You kind of play a role.
Exactly.
It can be weird. I know what you mean.
It feels weird at first, but then it really does come naturally. I think once you break that weird barrier that you have with it, then it doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah. And sometimes it's like, so if it's sexting with like fans, then sometimes it's just about, because some fans, like I do a lot of sexting and I get fans who are just kind of like, like they don't know what they want. And they're just kind of coming at me like, I'm horny and I want you to do something about it. And I'm like, but what do you want? So it's like, I kind of do that. Like, that's kind of the way I do it is I'm sort of like ironic about it. And sometimes maybe even a little like, very slightly mean to like.
I'm not slightly.
To
Sometimes
get a response.
I can be really mean.
What? Oh yeah. Do you do a lot of femdom and like doms?
Do
kind of stuff?
a lot of people, they see a lot of my mainstream work and they assume because I don't really get a lot of dom roles that I must be more on the soft side.
Yeah.
But then the ones who know, like if you know, you know.
Yeah.
They love my bitchy side. They love my brat side.
I love this.
Because I grew up in a not so friendly neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I, live my life with a lot of people trying me.
Oh yeah. You're like.
So, I just take that attitude I used to have with people who used to attempt to take advantage of me in the beginning and apply that to my femdom.
That is so fucking cool. Like, I love that. What a way to, like, access the resources.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's like, I can't take it out on some of these motherfuckers, but I can take it out on the fans.
And then they love you and they pay you for it and they come and they're very happy.
And they're just like, thank you, Mommy Liv. Thank you so much.
That is so sweet. Oh my God, I love that. Okay, we don't have like a ton of time left, so I'm like, I want to ask you some really, really good ones. What's the craziest DM or request you've received from a fan?
The craziest.
Yeah. Interpret the weirdest.
A certain rapper sent me a dick pic while he was in jail.
That's the best response I've heard to that particular question. Congratulations. I love this. And obviously, you're not going to... I enjoy, in my mind right now, guessing who it was.
Not someone I actually admire. He sucks.
Aww. Boo on him. Me.
No, he was kind of a jerk about it. Like, he sent me his dick,
up, like, unsolicited,
and then I screenshotted it because I was just like, no fucking way. And then he started like chewing me out in the DMs, and I was just like, oh, it really is you, because this is your personality that a lot of people know you to have.
Oh my God. From jail, also, chewing you out like,
so
sir.
that narrows it down.
That certainly does narrow it down. Okay. Do you have any sex advice for people outside the industry?
Listen to your partner. just listen. Shut your mouth, open your ears, listen to your partner. It's that simple.
That was beautiful. And I could see some of the Dom energy coming out there. Shut your mouth. Open your ears.
Because sometimes you just got to be straight with them. Just like, shut up, listen, and we're all going to be happy.
Yay! I love this. This is the energy I want for all of us in 2025. Thank you, Liv.
Of course.
Okay, we're out of time. This was so much fun. This might have been my favorite interview of the day because we just did whatever the fuck we wanted, just like I said we would.
That's why I love
much
this
fun.
job.
You're wonderful. You're so fucking hot. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Adult Time. We'll be coming back with more. Welcome back to the Adult Time Podcast. I'm your host, Siri Dahl, and I'm here with Ana fucking Foxxx.
Yay!
At AVN 2025.
I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, how's your AVN so far?
This one's going pretty well. I feel like I have scheduled my timing and my naps and my food accordingly.
You have to schedule your food and your nap times.
Yeah.
People make the mistake a lot of not scheduling food times, and it's like, then you go a whole day and you're talking all day and you're like exhausted and then you're like, oh my God, when was the last time I ate? It's
amateur move.
Yes.
Rookie move.
Big amateur move.
Yeah.
Even though I literally did it to myself yesterday.
I know. It
But
happens.
look, it happens. I ate the biggest fucking dinner at like 10 o'clock and it was great.
Yeah.
So, we know that you've won your fair share of awards. Did we start in the same year? You were nominated for Best New Starlet in 2012 or 2013, right?
Probably, yeah.
I think so. I remember there's a photo of us all lined up.
Oh yeah, that's
AVN
right.
2013.
Oh yay! Oh yay!
I mean, you're a very decorated performer.
I feel
You are
decorated.
the queen.
Thank you.
Do you have a special way of celebrating when you win an award?
You know, no.
We need to get you one.
I know. There was one time when I got invited to like the Abbey, I think, but the Abbey's like a dangerous place to go. If you haven't had enough water, you shouldn't step foot. So
very alcohol-fueled environment.
Yeah.
The Abbey. Yes.
I usually get so excited and overwhelmed beforehand that I just like pass out.
Yeah. Valid.
I'm like, yay!
Look, a nap is a celebration.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you really fucking deserve that nap and you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Where do you keep all your awards? I've been to your house and I know.
Yeah,
But
so I don't know if this is good or bad, but they're like in my living room, like on display. And I forget that like not everybody's like a host. So, you know, people like neighbors, family, like people that are fixing your house, like they come over and they're like, oh, best, oh. And they go down, they're like, wow. I'm like, I'm sorry, hey.
I think it's great that you have them on display like that. Like,
nice.
like that's, why not? You worked your ass off for that.
Thank you.
And possibly other body parts.
Yeah. Yes. Jaw.
Worked your jaw off. I
Yes.
know. Same. Like, man, you're 11 plus in porn, and I have massive TMJ disorder.
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
Worth every dick sucked.
Every dick.
Worth everyone. You are also now producing and performing for Playboy.
Yes,
which is
I love
fucking
Playboy.
amazing. You've had quite a good, pretty impressive like relationship with them as a company too. It's really cool to see.
Yeah.
Like, I love that for you. Can you tell us
you.
more like about that experience, especially with the producing and?
You know, I think it kind of came about as an accident. Like when I first worked with Playboy as a model, I never thought that I'd be producing for them.
Yeah.
But my first shoot, I like wrote everything down that I would have changed, like what I would have done differently. And then they were like, well, would you like to do that? And I was like, yeah. And I didn't even understand at the time that I was producing. Like, even though they would say that, I was like, no, this is just like, we do production for ourselves all the time. It's just kind of second nature.
Yeah.
I think the challenge really came once I stopped producing myself and like, you know, doing it someone else in a production.
Yeah.
It makes it, you have to think outside of like, what do I like? What do they like? What do they look good in?
That's a very
you know,
good point.
Yeah.
I've never really, I haven't directed or produced anything but my own stuff.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like, I've co-produced with other people, but it's like always something I'm in. So I have not yet been in the position. It's not for lack of wanting. It's more like then when the time comes.
Yeah, it is. It is
I
time
got too many
consuming.
other things.
It's very stressful.
That's interesting. It's fun to hear your perspective on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like playing Barbies you know, like you just want to play dress up and make sure that they look cute and everything. So just getting the right outfit and everything together.
That's so much fun. Is it creatively satisfying in a different way than like just producing your own stuff?
Yes. You know when you get that little excitement on set when everything, you look good and you're like, ooh, and like when I hear the model go like, ooh, I'm like, ah, she loves it, I did it, yay.
Yes,
she feels sexy.
It is kind of like dressing up your Barbies.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Oh my God. Okay, I have to ask you about this one.
Okay.
You once arranged a 30-person orgy for your 30th birthday.
Yeah.
Please tell us about that as much as you would like to share.
Well, have you ever seen like ants eat a cookie? You know, like there's just like
that
a whole...
That is not what I was expecting you to say. Have I seen ants eat a cookie? Yes. One of my favorite things is to like cut up an apple and put little apple chunks in front of the ants and just watch them.
Yes. That's what it was like. I really wasn't overwhelmed until like right before. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to get fucked by a lot of people right now. Immediately, like, I just saw all these cute smiling faces, and then once they got close and started touching me, all I saw was like limbs.
Oh my
God.
God.
I was the cookie, they were the ants. I just saw human bodies, and then like stuff was happening. I was like, it's so overwhelming and fun that you're just like, whatever you want to do.
I want a t-shirt that says I was the cookie, they were the ants.
Yes.
I would wear it so proudly.
I got you.
Okay, have you ever filmed a scene with your own Ana Foxxx fleshlight?
You know what? I feel like I should like... No, I haven't. I've like fucked it myself, but I haven't like done it with the penis.
Like fucked it yourself, like with your
like
hand,
my
like
fingers.
that? Oh
like,
yeah.
I've had all my
anytime I
girlfriends.
pick up any like fuckable
hard not
like
to.
pussy pocket thing, that's
It's
like
hard
I just
not to. I'm like, wow, look at her go. I can take a whole fist if I want to.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's inspirational. Me a little bit less, but my fleshlight, she can do things I can't do.
Your fleshlight's better than the real.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know,
I am
it's
curious
just
to
a little
try
hole.
it. I am curious to try it on a dick.
Yeah.
I don't know what's stopping me. I gotta find looking for a penis.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
I'll do it.
I
I volunteers tribute. I know how to work a strap on.
I know you do.
All right, more into some fun like quick shot questions.
All right.
Do you have any sexting tips?
Oh no. Oh God. Make sure your dick pic's good.
Thank you.
You know, like,
thank you for saying that.
I don't know why guys will be like in their bathroom and like in front of the laundry basket and they're like, yeah, this is a great place.
Yeah, one of my favorite like dick pics I've gotten ever was a guy who, like, honestly, nice dick. It was a nice dick. However, I could not get over that. I was like zooming into the background of the photo because this man had the largest VHS collection I've ever seen in my life. It was like stacked up like floor to ceiling, like a whole wall. Just and I was like, so instead of like rating his dick, I just ended up, I was like, so how do you organize your collection? Is it like title and director or like I just was like, tell me about, clearly you're a nerd and let me hear more about that.
Right.
So like, yeah, it's like if someone sends me a dick pic where I can see anything other than their dick, I am just going to, look, I have ADHD, I can't help it.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm like, where are you? What is that? You know?
Why don't you clean your bathroom?
Yes, there's so many questions. Don't distract me. If you're gonna send a dick pic, just make sure it's moisturized.
Oh my God, that's such a big one.
Thank you.
A dry, ashy dick is so sad. It's so sad.
It's devastating.
Like, even if it's been a minute since you used it in any way other than with your hand, it is always a nice thing to, you know, your dick wants to look moisturized. He wants to look taken care of.
You could even spit shine it real fast.
Spit shine it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What's your biggest ick in the bedroom?
I think when your partner's like only about themselves. Like, I've had people that like, I get like when there's a mirror there, like, yes, we want to see ourselves fuck, but like they're like fucking themselves. Like I'm just like in it. Like I'm like the threesome, the third person. So, you know, like pay attention to me. We're both here, or however many of us there are. Pay attention to us.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
Have you ever shot a porn scene in like a shoot space, whether it's like, you know, a shoot house or whatever, where there is like a prominent mirror in the room and And your
It's so
co-star is just
hard.
like can't stop looking at them.
Yeah. I mean, I get it because like, so, you know, you want to check like, am I arching right?
Yeah.
Am I looking right? You want to check, but like obsessive staring is like,
Yeah.
do you need me or are you good?
I feel the way about mirrors in the room. Hey, when I just saw someone I know. I feel the same way about mirrors next to the bed, like while I'm fucking, as I do about mirrors in the gym. Because as a power lifter, I'm like, I don't want to see a reflection. Like, I film myself so I can see my form, but like, the mirrors are distracting. I don't need to like see the reflection.
I just need a quick
if I'm
check.
squatting, I'm like, I'm gonna lose my balance.
Check, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't want a constant reminder of what's going on.
Exactly.
Especially in the gym. It's depressing.
Unless you're a bodybuilder, then I get it. You're doing your poses and whatever. Like, you do you, but not for me.
No, I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not a bodybuilder at all.
But you are building a body.
Yes. Yes.
You've probably answered this one 1,000 times, but does
Okay.
size matter?
No. Well, yes. Yes and no. Because giant dicks like scare me. You know what I mean? Like I am not a size. I do like a nice big dick, but like gigantic.
Yeah.
Like there's some whale dicks in porn.
There are some very large dicks.
There's some very large, mighty dicks here, and I admire them from afar.
Yeah.
Like there was opportunities to climb on them, and I was like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
No. So I'm not fond of gigantic shark whale dicks. I like pretty normal average dicks. I'm an average dick girl. You know, sometimes I might stretch it out just to prove I can, but
It's always fun.
yeah,
You know, once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while. It's like ice cream and desserts, like once in a while.
A treat.
Yeah,
A little treat.
A treat, yes. I'll have a treat.
There's a reason that average is average, right? That's what I always say. I'm
Thank
like,
you.
it's like the reason that like biologically this is the average, and it's
Thank
because
you.
it's acceptable for
Yes,
most people. Like,
thank
so
you.
don't worry about it, guys.
Give me.
Do you remember the best orgasm you ever had?
I should, but probably the best one probably like blacked me out after. You know how like you're like,
Oh, I know.
like a bomb went off and you're like, what day is it? Oh, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I probably can't remember because it was that good. Like I can name some times that were great, but like the best, like I can't tell you.
The best.
They're orgasms are fucking good.
Do you have a memory of anything weird or? Hi. I just got waved down.
Read.
I got hey Siri. Do you ever recall like having an orgasm so good that you did something like that you like lost control in some weird way?
Definitely like squirting.
Yeah.
You know, like you're definitely letting loose when you squirt, and it's
yeah. I mean that one's
not realizing like you get up and you're like, look at the mess I've made. My jeez, oh my,
oops,
it's on the walls. You know.
I slapped myself once. When I
tend to bite myself.
Like, and I wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
It's like literally my arm just like flailed kind of because I came really hard, and it just happened to land on my face.
That
and so I just directly
reaction.
like bitch slapped myself.
Yeah,
and
I'll bite myself.
And then we just started laughing.
There you
Like,
go.
You bite yourself.
Assaulting yourself
Yeah.
is okay when you're orgasming. As long as you consent to you.
Exactly. It enhances the experience.
Yeah.
Even. Ha-ha. What is something non-sexual that turns you on?
Guys' forearms. Like when guy has like a muscular like arm, I'm like, I bet you could. I bet you could do some push-ups over me for a little bit. You know, I'm sure you got some stamina.
And if I see a guy with like really defined forearm muscles, I'm like, you're either a drummer or you are a professional gooner.
Right.
Those are the two options.
Yeah, or like you climb rocks or something. Maybe you can climb me.
A rock climber, that's one too.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Climb me. Yeah.
So you heard it here, rock climbers, come climb Ana.
please do.
That is all of our time. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me, Siri. Thank you.
I hope to see you more this AVN season.
Well, yes. I hope we see each other more as well. Yes.
I've been promised some activities with your fleshlight. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, I should. I need to let you fuck it.
Hello, welcome to the Adult Time podcast. I'm Siri Dahl, and I'm here at AVN with Reagan Foxx.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome. I'm very happy that you're here. I'm excited to talk to you.
Same.
You look really cute, by the way. I'm a big fan of the beanie.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just trying to rep this new logo that I've got going on.
It is.
So.
That's the first thing I said to you. I was like, that logo is so good.
It's so cute, and I can't believe I've been in this industry 10 years, and I finally found my logo.
Yes.
Yeah, it took a while.
Perfect job.
Thank you.
Perfect. And guess what? You are up for Best Lead Actress.
Yes.
For Let Me In.
Yes.
And also MILF Performer of the Year.
Yes.
Which are two really significant awards to be nominated for. Are you excited about that?
Very excited. I've been nominated for MILF of the Year every year I've been in, so I've been really, really fortunate with that.
Yeah.
But the Best Actress, this is my second year for that nom, and that's really the one that I kind of covet. I really would like to have that, or that's really kind of where I'm taking the direction of what I do in my job.
Yeah, awesome. Oh my gosh, well, good luck.
Thank you.
It's such a fun time to be here for awards
Thank you.
season.
But now I'm going to have to ask you, are you also nominated for anything in that area?
I'm nominated this year for a scene that I did in the adult time movie Dolls, which is like the transfixed feature movie.
Okay.
That got nominated for Best Trans Group Sex Scene. So it's me and several other performers.
Okay.
And that one was like one of my favorite sex scenes I've ever shot. So it'd be super awesome if that one won. We'll see.
Good luck.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anything else?
And then a Brazzers scene that I was in got nominated for Most Outrageous Scene.
Oh.
Because it's like, it's called, I think it's called Yes in front of my salad bar, and it's just, it's wild.
Fun.
It's outrageous.
Okay, good. Okay, well, I wish you the absolute best.
So, I always love, the recognition of a nomination is
It's
fantastic.
nice.
Whether a win is there or not, it is nice to win.
It is.
We'll see.
It is. And everyone always says, it doesn't matter if you win. But it's nice. It's nice to be recognized with your peers, for sure.
Yeah. And having trophies to display is lovely.
Do you have a trophy at home?
I have an XBiz executive award trophy because I won last year for Creator Brand Ambassador of the Year for being an adult time ambassador, actually.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite trophy.
Where do you have that trophy in your house?
Yes.
So is it on display?
It is. I have an office where my office is like a combo office / lingerie wardrobe room.
Nice.
And I have all my little tchotchkes and porn related things on display in there.
Okay, very nice.
So
Very good.
it's got a nice little next to my Pornhub plaque.
Nice. And you have your Pornhub jacket too? Yes.
Oh yeah. So, okay, back to your nomination for Let Me In. How did you approach that role differently from others?
Well, this was a project that Shay and I had been talking about for years, and we were trying to pitch it to different people. So it was something that we really loved and we knew, and learning the lines was easy because we had already relived it and talked about it so much when we went to Mexico or anytime I would stay at our house. So I knew it's very near and dear to us. So I think that's kind of how I approached it. Just that I really we gave it everything we had.
That's cool. So it's coming from a place of really being ready to inhabit that. Yeah.
Yes, we were really ready to start showcasing that we do look alike, and people mix us up all the time, even though we don't really feel that we look too similar, or a little bit. But it was nice to be able to play on that.
Yeah, that's really fun to play with. I get that. Okay, and then another question related to your MILF Performer of the Year nomination. Who would be on your MILF Mount Rushmore? So a top 4, not in any particular order.
Oh, goodness. Obviously the legends that we have are, we've got Cherie and we've got Alexis.
Yeah.
Kendra Lust is also, she's up there as well. Dee Williams does really well. She's a really sweet girl, and the fans love her. So it's hard to say there's a Mount Rushmore because we'd have to have all of us because it's just the field is so wide with so many great people. Right?
Yeah, it is, and it's I love to see it too because when I started in 2012. MILFs was a category in porn, but it wasn't near like as
Correct.
as diverse, I guess, as it is now.
Correct.
Like, and it's very cool to see that becoming such a category. And like I've even noticed the difference in like the fan bases too.
Yes.
It's like more and more they're like it's a popular thing. It's like I
Yes.
love that we're accepting that like more mature women are fucking hot.
Yes, yes. It would, and it would be nice to have more roles where it's not always mommy this. But I get it. That's what sells and so forth. And when I started, the whole step type of thing was just really starting to roll a year or two in.
Yeah.
So I was very fortunate. I came in, even though I came in late, I came right at the right time.
Yeah, perfect time. And you know what? Timing can be part of it. So that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Have you had any memorable fan interactions at conventions?
Have I had any memorable? I've got to say no. I at the conventions, I'm a huge hugger, so I want everyone to come, kind of touch me, not grope me or anything, but you know, I'm in it. I am the reason I'm here. It's not honestly. I'm just here for the fans. I want the fans to see who I am. I want them to see my smile, or if I really look the same that I do on camera. I don't know why that's so important to me.
Yeah.
I want them to see my personality and actually see that, hey, she's actually kind of a cool chick or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
It is. It's a different thing, like to interact really in real life, and like for fans to know, like to feel out what kind of person you are, you know?
Right.
And it's fun.
Right. I will say that the best thing that's happened to me this convention is that, and I'm going to totally fangirl out, but I met someone that is on a reality TV show, and I never thought that I would fangirl out, because if I see a celebrity or an athlete or something, I'm not going to move forward with that. But this person was so real, and because I've watched this person on reality TV for so many years, I felt like, and he talked to me, and we talked for about 10 minutes, and it was really cool. And I think just seeing someone in reality, I don't know, just someone normal, and it was really cool to see that he was a really nice guy.
Yeah, it's fun to have the experience of being like a little bit starstruck.
I've never had that happen ever, and I'm super embarrassed about it. But yeah, that's probably the best moment that I've had, because he was just a cool guy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a fun question. I love this one. You used to be into, and maybe still are, into the swinging lifestyle. So do you have any crazy stories related to that?
I do. This was years ago. It was a Christmas party or something, and we ended up in the bedroom with probably 12 other couples on a king-size bed.
Yeah.
And that's a lot
12 people on one king-size?
12 couples.
12, that's 24 people?
It was a lot.
On one bed.
It was a lot of
It's a
ass
California
and
king.
faces. It was a lot of, you couldn't look this way because something was happening this way, and you looked this way. You know, it was a lot. It was overwhelming. I've never in my life witnessed a complete, full-out, just orgy with all of those people, 20 people.
That's wild. That's wild. I used to go to swinger clubs like around the time that I started porn, and like it was kind of one of the ways that I got into sex work. But even in all the swinger parties I went to, I never experienced something of that level. That sounds like a very fun and intense and wild.
I am the type of person that if I went to a party late and I couldn't find anybody, I would just start going into rooms and switching on light switches. And so I've seen a lot.
Oh my God, I love it.
And then I would go, oh my gosh, let me go get somebody. And then I would run down to get somebody and then bring them back, and just...
That's so much fun. Those parties can be really fun. All right, just got some more questions still. We're going down our list. What is the craziest rumor that you've heard about working in the adult industry?
I will still get asked occasionally if we have fluffers.
This one's come up before. Yeah, it's still like, I guess it's such a wild thing for fans to imagine existing that like...
Right.
And they don't really, I mean, they did exist at one point, but have you ever been on a set where there really was a fluffer?
I have never in 10 years.
Yeah, neither have I. I've heard about like one scene that someone I know was in since I've been in the industry, and there was a fluffer in their scene. It's the only time I've heard of it.
Wow.
And it was probably like a gangbang or something where like maybe, whatever, but.
Right, That's always good to have.
Yeah. And I mean, I think part of the reason why fluffers were a thing back in like the 70s is because Viagra didn't exist yet. Right?
That's really true. I didn't even think about that. That's probably really true.
Yeah, like it was kind of like a necessity at the time. Okay, I'm going to ask you one last question. Okay. We're going to do a would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather walk around in public all day with your favorite porn category labeled on your forehead, or have a vivid sex dream about a neighbor and have to tell them about it in detail?
The first one.
The first one? What would the category be then? Now I have to ask.
I actually do not watch real people porn. If I'm going to watch porn, I watch anime.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. You would walk around with that on your forehead, and it would be like...
You could be pretty descriptive. I would rather do that. All my neighbors are pretty older, so I don't want to
that would be very awkward, yeah.
And actually, my neighbor across the street, this was a few years ago, he happened to catch me outside, and he was like, hey, you're really the catch of the street. And I was like, excuse me? And he was like, so if you're ever down, I'm down.
No.
He was like 70. And I was like, oh, okay. So it was interesting. I actually couldn't really believe that he said that to me. If you're down, I'm down.
That is really wild.
Okay.
That is wild. Well, I at 70, people will be fucking.
But it's fine. I mean, it's not that. It's just that the audacity of him to come over and to say that to me. It has nothing to do with his age. It's just that I was just like, ew, don't do that to me. I mean, I know you're a grandfather or whatever, and I don't want to think of you of what you just said to me.
No, that's totally understandable.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you. I had a good time.
Good luck at the awards show.
You too.
I'm very excited for you.
Yes, thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Hello, welcome to the Adult Time Podcast. I'm Siri Dahl, and I'm here at AVN 2025 with Shay Sights. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. I'm so glad that I get to meet you and ask you questions today.
I'm so glad I get to meet you.
Yeah. So I just a couple of minutes ago talked to Reagan Foxx. And you are also nominated because y'all were in a movie together called Let Me In.
Correct.
And so you're nominated for Best Supporting Actress for that.
Yeah.
You're also nominated for MILF Performer of the Year. Are you excited?
I am excited. It's such an honor just to even be named. I mean, I feel like everybody always says that, but and it's funny because I was on set with Penny Barber the other day, and I congratulated her because she had just won at XBiz, and she said, when you get to that level, because we all work so hard, we're all kind of winners, even though that's the warm fuzzy answer everyone wants, right? But it's kind of true because we work hard.
It is true. I know what you mean. It's like, and especially I found this like the longer I'm in the industry, it's like I love getting nominated. It's like, thank you for the recognition. Even if I don't win, that's not really a big deal to me. But I don't feel so much a sense of competition when, especially with like an individual performer award, as much as I'm like, look at us, like we all get to feel cool. Like it's just fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. And congrats on the nomination.
Look at us as a badass group of performers, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. So how did you approach the role that you played in Let Me In differently from other roles?
There was some similarities because I'm going to assume because of how I look, that I always get the like evil vampire, like kind of mean girl thing, which is interesting because I'm a holistic healer and it couldn't be more from the truth. But I also can dom and switch really well. So I think that it was just, Reagan is such a nurturer and such a kind, sweet soul. Not that I'm not, but I was sort of the choice for that. I approached it. I approached it twofold. I approached it the way I would approach anything that was an evil entity, which was being, an asshole. But I also actually worked on my acting way more than I normally would have.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. And you got a nom for Best Supporting Actress. So that sounds like that worked out super well.
It did. It was amazing.
Do you find it fun to play like a little bit of an evil character?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And what was really cool about this role is that I got to switch.
Yeah.
So I got to manipulate, and I got to, cry and say, let me in, and I've got to really, and be this vulnerable, there's dimension to the actual acting, which is so rare in adult.
In porn. It's pretty rare to have dimensionality to the characters.
It was cool.
So that's cool. That's a very cool opportunity. Who would you put in your MILF Mount Rushmore if you had to pick 4 MILFs?
4
iconic MILFs of your choice.
Oh, that's so hard.
I know.
Reagan, Brandy. I feel like I adore so many women and respect so many women. I'm like almost premeditating being mortified right now for like forgetting someone.
If it makes you feel better, you can pick mainstream MILFs. Like you can pick just like
it doesn't have to be porn.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be porn. I mean, the context of the question kind of leads you into thinking that. But I'm like, for me, I'd be like Jennifer Coolidge. like,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like if that makes it easier.
I need go outside 4 though then. And I would say Ryan Keeley.
Oh, I love Ryan. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. And that girl, and she hustles. And she's such a hard worker.
She's an incredibly hard
so
worker.
Focused. My 4th. I'm gonna have to circle back to that. And
Yourself.
before I'm so bad at that. I can't do it.
That's fair.
But I'm gonna circle back to that because I am gonna think of one more.
Mull it over, and in the meantime,
it's brewing.
Do you think that you might be the most famous person from Edmonton besides Michael J. Fox?
Well, okay, so I was born in Edmonton, but technically I'm from Vancouver. I just happened to be there.
Yeah.
And then if we're going to open up the Vancouver pool, absolutely not. Edmonton, it's questionable. I might be. No offense to Alberta, but it's awfully cold.
I know the mall. There's the big mall in Edmonton.
Yes,
because I'm from Minneapolis.
Oh.
And we're known for like Mall of America. So I kind of when I meet someone from Edmonton, I'm like, oh, you're from the other big mall.
The other big mall place is really, really fucking cold. Yeah. So I think Vancouver. I mean, there's so many. Yeah. And so Edmonton, I happened to be there because my dad had a job, and that's where I was born. But
makes sense. Yeah. I didn't even know Michael J. Fox was from there.
Nor did I.
Yeah, that's so funny.
But he would win for sure.
You're kind of infamous for your anal scenes.
Am I? Oh.
No,
I just got strangely excited.
What advice would you have for people who are curious about anal? And do you remember your first time ever doing it?
Oh, there's so many things with that there's like such a big range too. That's like, kind of mainstream views and then also porn views. I would say communication, making sure you have a partner that is kind and cares about how you feel, and you go slow, the right lube.
Lube is so important for anal.
So
it is like honestly maybe the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like other than everything else you just mentioned.
So important. Yeah. Talking about it, going slowly, like not just having someone who's like not connected and just fucking plows you and sticks it in, and I think even talking throughout, like, how does that feel? Is that too fast? Is that too slow? And having a safe space to be able to say, like, obviously in movies we're trained and we go for it, but as far as like what would I tell people, don't just go in there blind, like talk about it, communicate, and prep. As far as, I mean, obviously not everyone's going to do what we do for being on camera, but so that part, I wouldn't tell people to do because it's intense. Like, donate for 2 days. But I think that it's really, really important to prep with butt plugs if you're not used to it. Because, I mean, that's a muscle and it stretches, and people aren't used to that, right? And I know that it profoundly, like, one of the biggest things somebody could have done was say, put in a butt plug in the makeup chair. And now I don't really need one, but, I'm like, wow.
One time I asked Casey Calvert to, like, help me, like, figure out how to gape, because I was like, I don't know if I can even gape. Like, I have, like, once in an anal scene, Because and it was really because the male talent knew what he was doing more than I did. And I've done a bunch of anal, but it was just the whole gaping piece wasn't connecting for me. And Casey Calvert specifically was get this one specific, it's a stainless steel, very heavy, wand thing. And
I'm all
and
do tell.
She was it's just so heavy that if you put it in, you kind of have to hold it in there because it's also not, it's big caveat to this. It's like an all-purpose toy, so it doesn't actually have a flared base, which means you need to hold on to it.
Okay.
But I've used that thing, and I got that, and I'm like, oh my god, I can gape now. It's amazing. It's because the weight of the stainless steel kind of relaxes everything. Because I thought I was my butt's too tight, and look at that, we cracked the code.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, because I'm not an infamous gaper.
Yeah, and it's also just a great toy. I use it a lot for a lot of different things.
Oh,
so
that's amazing.
Fun. Yeah.
I'm might be DMing you.
I'll send you a link.
Okay, fantastic.
So what is the craziest place that you've ever had sex?
I feel like I get asked that all the time, and I'm extremely boring.
Same.
And I don't know. I mean, I do think that, and it's funny because it's not since I've been in porn.
Yeah.
I remember once my boyfriend, we were under a blanket and hanging out with a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
And just having a conversation. He was behind me, kind of in spoon fucking me, and we were just talking and nobody knew. And I think that was honestly one of the craziest things I've done.
Yeah, that's really hot too.
Yeah.
I love the sneaky.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a good sneak.
Yeah, that's a good answer. It's better than anything I would have.
Yeah. But I'm totally grossed out by the airport or the airplane bathroom, and and it's small and weird, and I feel like there's pee everywhere. And
airplane. I would agree with that.
So, and I think that's. I mean, I'm not I used to ski growing up a lot and stuff, so I've gone into the woods and stuff, things like that. But I mean, nothing that everyone's gonna go, oh my god.
Yeah, nothing that's totally wild and crazy.
Yeah. Not that I wouldn't. Although I did go to Europe last year, and the public sex in Prague.
Oh.
So I shot for fake taxi and things like that. And they're like, oh, don't mind that guy over there in the truck. As long as kids can't sue you, you're fine. And I'm like,
oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Wild West. I love it.
It's so it's completely the Wild West.
That's cool. I've never shot for really in Europe, and I've always wanted to, and that's probably one that I would have to. I'd want that experience.
Beautiful. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Okay, so I have. Hold on. I don't know if I'm going to do that question. Oh my god. Okay, I'm so sorry to ask you this, but we're going to end on this one because I love a would you rather. Would you rather be able to have sex, but only if a tarantula is crawling on you while you're having sex, or never have sex again?
Oh, the tarantula. Yeah, because they can't bite.
Spiders.
Yeah, and also too, they can't bite us.
This is true. Yeah, they're kind of cute. I'm not generally a spider girl.
Yeah, no, I'm not a huge spider girl, but I know that they can't bite us.
Yeah, it's better than a black widow.
Yeah. I mean, it would be distracting and tickly. But so every time I have sex ever for the rest of my life, there has to be a tarantula on me or no sex.
It is the first one. It's that it has to be a tarantula on you every time forever, or just no sex ever again.
Hi, Ryan. The tarantula all day long.
The tarantula all day long.
How about masturbating?
It just says sex, so I guess it's how you define sex. Maybe you can masturbate.
Okay, so if there's a dick in me, the tarantula, but also I would be masturbating without the tarantula.
I think that's a valid response.
Yeah, feel good about it.
That's a fun one to end on. And now maybe every time you have sex and there's not a tarantula involved, you'll be like, yes.
I'll be massive grat. I'll be like, oh my god, I'm the luckiest girl in the world. It could be so much worse.
Think about how much worse it could be. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having
today,
me.
and good luck at the awards. I hope you win things, and I hope you have such a fun time.
You too. Are you going?
Oh yeah.
I know, right? Yeah.
Hello, I'm Siri Dahl. You're watching the Adult Time podcast, and we're live at AVN 2025, and I am with Yhivi.
Yhivi.
Hello, hottie. Oh my god. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is just I love your hair. Your bangs are perfect.
Thank you.
I have a bang fetish.
Do you really?
I think I do at this point. It's safe to say. Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting them finally together. I'm figuring out how to do it.
They're very good, and
Thank
it's
you.
just your face is framed beautifully. Your gorgeous face. Oh,
Thank you.
How's your AVN been so far?
It's been pretty cool.
Yeah. Is it hectic?
Yeah. I'm stimulated.
I know it's actually like really distracting because I'm facing toward like a walkway and
That's
many
harder
times
for you.
just today people have like shouted me down while I'm like, I'm interviewing someone, leave me alone.
Yes.
But it's AVN time. That's what it is. The spirit is chaos.
Yeah, you just gotta lean into the chaos. Exactly.
Yeah.
I call it hot girl mania. You know about that.
Yes, yeah.
It's just when you gotta be on. It's like me getting my perform. I'm sure there's like an equal version of it for other types of performers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, theater people,
Yeah.
actors
You're
of other
on.
types. Yes.
Yeah.
Turning myself on.
Turning ourselves on here at AVN.
We're turning ourselves on here at AVN.
So we were just talking about this before the cameras rolled, but you're newer-ish to the industry. So like, when did you get your start?
I started 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I started 10 years ago. I took a break for 6 years and then did OF stuff for a couple years.
Yep.
And then a few months ago started shooting again.
Yeah, and that's
Studio
yeah.
stuff.
Taking a long break and then you come back and it's kind of like different, right?
It's more
I did
funner.
that same thing.
You did?
Essentially, yeah.
It's more funner.
I agree because I started in 2012. I retired in 2015 and then I came back in 2020.
Yeah.
And so like at
Yes.
the time that I was away, so much shit changed. When I came back, I was
In
like,
the industry,
what's going
within
on?
yourself, both.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Totally for me too. Like, I mean, I left 2016, so around when OF started up, and I feel like that really, but then 2020 also changed things, and then it's very different now in a way that I'm so far really enjoying. I think it's different in a better way.
I agree.
In my experience for performers.
Yes.
We got a lot more agency, control.
Yep.
At least if you have the platform. So like that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's very cool that I did it before.
Yeah.
Because I got my, I feel like the internet is so much bigger now.
Yeah,
it was
it
big,
is, yeah.
it was big 8, 9, 10 years ago, but not nearly as big as it is now.
Yeah. I remember when I was new to the industry, like, starting my first like Instagram and Twitter accounts as a performer, and I remember like how long it took me to get 30,000 followers on Twitter. It was like years to get to that many. And that wasn't because, and that was a solid ass number for the time on Twitter, but it was like, there weren't that many people on Twitter.
No, totally.
And same with Instagram. Like it was, the internet felt smaller back then.
It did.
It literally was. It was also more Wild West. Like, do you remember Vine?
Vine? Of course I remember Vine.
Like when Vine first existed, you could post porn on there.
Yes.
And like no one else remembers that ever. And sometimes I say this to someone who's like several years younger than me, and I was like, "Did you know that when Vine first started, I was
like,
posting literal porn?"
All right, Grandma, let's get you to bed.
I know.
You're like, I remember when.
I'm like, no, I don't have dementia. I'm serious. It's real.
Vine is like when the internet was pre-gaming TikTok, right?
Yes, it was. Oh, it fucking was. TikTok, but it's square.
Dude, crazy times.
Is there someone that inspires you in your work and in the industry?
God, I want a good answer for this.
It could be a vibe. It doesn't have to be a
It can be a
literal person.
vine?
Yeah, you can. A vine or a vibe.
Oh, a vibe. Yeah, okay, I can't. Pressure of a name is hard right now, but definitely like people that are able to tread the line between having fun and not taking themselves too seriously, while also like being grounded in, I don't know, also taking their career serious. I mean, I'm totally fine with, I think it's cool when someone is able to come in and just like take their little treats of having fun in the industry and leaving. That's totally cool. But obviously, if I'm taking inspiration from people, it's people that can kind of tread that line.
Yeah.
Of taking it seriously but having fun.
I get it. I know what you mean. And it's like there's a lot going on in this industry. It can be overwhelming at times. And it's a balancing act to do that. So I agree. Those are the people I find inspiration in as well.
Exactly. It's fun.
Yeah.
We're all here to have fun. Like, take it seriously, show up, be dependable, be reliable as much as you can, be honest, but also like It's porn, you guys.
It's
like, this
porn.
is absurd. We are clowns.
It should be fun.
We are clowns, you guys.
We're here for you to jerk it, okay? Like, it should be fun.
Yes, it should be fun.
Yeah.
It should be fun. I'm here having fun.
I am so having fun.
I'm out here having fun. We're talking, we're sitting, we're moving, we're giggling.
Have you had any, like, interesting or memorable fan interactions at AVN this year or in the past?
This year, sorry. Yeah, I've been working out. Do you see that?
Oh yeah.
Don't
Just
you?
trying to
I'm
show
like,
off your
I'm not
core
allowed
fitness.
to interview you. I'm like, you're strong, right?
You
You lift.
I do.
Okay, fans. None that stand out. Just kind of interact. Like, this is my first AVN, and like, yeah, this is my first AVN since returning to the industry, and it's just been cool to bridge that gap. I mean, of course, like I can think of one negative one I've had, but we're not going to give that any time of day. But it's just, you know, I started doing porn and sex work with camming most. Like, that's when I really was like, okay, I'm getting into a flow of this.
Yeah.
And when you're, you know, doing webcam modeling, especially back in the day, I feel like you're interacting a lot more directly with your fans.
Yeah.
And that feedback loop, that was something that like drew me in. It's like so cool to be able to be entrusted with like people's desires and sexuality, even if it's something really dumb. I mean, maybe especially when it's something really dumb. It's like, you're bringing me your dumb thing? That's cool, dude. I will honor your stupid brain.
What's like a dumb one then?
A dumb one? Oh man. When I say dumb, you guys, I just mean like horny.
Yeah. I know what you mean as a, you know, someone who does the same interaction.
Just like people
online.
just being like, I really like this very specific ape brain thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, honestly, when I was saying dumb, I really meant more like when people are talking about, I don't know if you're allowed to talk about poop. Am I allowed to talk about poop?
Oh, we talked about poop yesterday.
Okay.
One of the performers I interviewed yesterday had a whole wild ass story.
Okay, I don't have a crazy story, but like I remember being like, I really like this job. When people were like, I want to buy your toilet paper. I was like, you want to buy my used toilet paper? Now I can look in the toilet and be like, that's money. I just think it's cool. And then being able to talk to people about like, like people are open. I feel like actually people are like, I'm like, what do you think is it like, you know, what is it about it that you like? And they'll tell you, they'll give you an earnest answer. I think it's like we are like the vessels in some way, or I see it that way. Like I am like the vessel for someone's fantasy. It's like this exchange. And when I think when they are able to kind of have that space to really speak openly about it and to be witnessed, they appreciate it too. There's like a mutual regard. I feel like that's really special. And I guess that's what I say, because I'm like, mutual regard, I'm honoring your truth. And it's just like literally about someone being into how girls shit sometimes, I guess.
There is a lot of like kind of serious and like earnest stuff that underlies really a lot of what we do.
It's trust. People are trusting you. And I love that. And so anyways, yes. So I love being able to close that gap again, because like, especially when you're shooting with studios a lot and just like, you know, more in front of the camera, just putting a lot more into the performance aspect and not necessarily doing that whole direct thing. It's nice to come back around and be like, you are people, you know, you're not just like a little user behind a screen. You are a whole ass person, and we are here together.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love about the way the industry is now, is the fact that I have so much more direct contact with fans.
Yeah,
in a way, it can be like a good and a bad. It's a double-edged sword. It's
totally
like,
is.
Because like I have more control over my career. Like I know a lot of my fans very like personally at this point, you know.
Yes.
And on the flip side of that, where it's more challenging, can be like on, you know, on just generally on social media, it's like feeling like you have to be accessible all the time, or like sometimes it's just exhausting.
Exactly.
But
yes,
I still wouldn't change it. Like I wouldn't go back to the way that things were when I started in 2012. Like it's still better now. in my opinion.
I like the way it's been going.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a lot of fun.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. What is like some of your goals for your career over 2025 and the coming years? Now that you've come back off your break.
My goals. I'm just really excited to start shooting with more companies. Like right now I have like an exclusivity deal with Brazzers.
Awesome.
But Adult Time was one of the other companies that I was like, when I can start shooting again with other companies, I am very excited to shoot with Adult Time. And I don't know, all the porn people, the companies, the companies, but Adult Time. But yes, I'm excited to just kind of do all of it again. I know, is that a good answer? It's a real one.
That's a fantastic. Any answer that's an honest one or the one you want to give.
You're like, no, wrong, get her out of here.
Yeah, I haven't kicked anyone out of an interview yet. We'll see.
Yeah, get her out of here. But yeah,
Tommy Pistol might be coming by later, so we'll see if
I was talking to him earlier. It was very fun. He's so funny. Okay, so that's the fun thing. It's like being able to, like, coming back and being able to perform with directors that are also performers or have, a lot more people that I was performing with when I was younger are in directing roles. And that's been really, really fun to, see that and also be inspired by that. I don't know. I really don't know if I could really be a director unless I had a really good assistant.
Yeah.
But like, as far as goals go, I'm like, I want to do more than just perform. It's fun.
A lot of directing is like project management, and that's a big part of why I haven't done it yet. I'm like, I haven't figured out an effective treatment for my own ADHD. I think that we're a ways away from me managing other folks. Like
exactly. I mean, I love a spreadsheet. I have ideas.
Me too. Yeah.
It's just like consistently.
Yeah. It's a lot. But like, what's your favorite scene that you've shot to date? And like, what would be your dream scene opportunity?
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
You can do whatever you want.
I mean, I can say like a general, I really love gonzo scenes. Those are oftentimes my favorite. I've been able to work in more like narrative driven scenes as well. And those are always fun, especially when I have like a good chemistry with my role, or it's a role that's pushing me out of what I would normally do. I really like that. That's what I was saying. Like when I was in conversation about, getting back into shooting studio stuff, people ask me like, what kind of stuff do you want to do? Do you want to do more narrative, like feature type stuff, or do you want to do gonzo? I feel like it's a cop out, but it's the truth. I want to do both. I like doing it all. It makes it more interesting. Like I like being like,
they both have their fun parts.
Exactly.
I'm the same way. I'm like, sometimes I just want straight up gonzo. It's like, I don't care about production value really. I just want to get foot.
Well, you don't have to. It's just like fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love the angle, and then it's just like, it's just nasty. I like it when it's nasty.
But then on the flip side, I'm like, I want to be an actor. And it's really fun to do a full character.
It is fun. You get to immerse yourself more in it, which can be really cool. Yeah. I love immersion.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain immersion to someone earlier, to a younger person, and I was like, damn, how do you describe that? And I was just like, you focus?
I would think that,
Focusing intently. Immersion.
Does size matter? I've been asking everyone this all day.
Does size matter? Not as much as one might think. I think it can matter, though. There was this one time that I was doing this blow bang, and
I like any story that starts with
I think size matters during a blow bang. Because I was doing a blow bang, and I was like, and then there was this performer who had this thin, small penis.
Oh no!
And so I was like, and then I was like, all right, gotta fake it. And I was like, like size matters when you're trying to pretend to be, when you are supposed to be overwhelmed.
It is weird when you've got the double handed. You have like a massive one, and then
you can't like
it's real weird. Like
you're not gonna.
Switch.
You're like because you're like and then you're like wait okay.
I know, and then I'm like, what if I suck? So the guy with the smaller dick, if I'm like, but isn't it obvious? Because I just had my hand like this on this big one, and now they're gonna pan over, and here's me going,
yes.
Like, it's just,
no, literally.
I feel bad. I'm like, how do I make it look like I'm treating it like a
Exactly.
It's weird.
Someone pointed that out to me too. I don't remember where through. It was either through chat, like direct DM, or maybe on like a comment where someone was like, I saw you laughing during... And it wasn't because you had a small penis. It was just because of the absurdity of being like, and being like, and I'm like, oh no, there's an echo sound. Like...
Those are my favorite scenes though, when you just like can't help it. You just kind of have to laugh.
One of my favorite scenes was a Gonzo scene where like it was anal and it was supposed to be horny anal, and it was, but me and the guy were just like, I feel like we were just playing. Like we were horny and fucking, but I was just like, he was like, you know, doing the thing where he was lifting me up and I was like, ooh, and I was just like, wee, and he was laughing and I was laughing and just bringing the joy into like horny, nasty sex. There's nothing better.
It's a great tagline.
Honestly.
Bringing the joy into horny, nasty sex. That's perfect because we're out of time now. So we end on this happy note. I love this for us. Thank you so much for coming by, Yhivi.
Thank you for having me. I admire you.
I admire you.
And it's just great to be here.
Thank you. You look so good too. I wish I could have people stand up and do like a little outfit turnaround thing. Like we're having a fashion show podcast, but like
fashion show podcast.
Really
Okay, thank you.
Coming by. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'm doing because I haven't moved the mic yet, so I'm just gonna do this little like weird hand rub.
Wait, do you have an aura too?
I do. Ring friends.
Aura girls. Sorry, I'm actually interested in this.
Yeah,
this is real.
Hey guys, I'm Alison Ray. I am here with Siri Dahl at our Loyal Fans Adult Time booth at AVN 2025. I'm in the chair and putting Siri in the hot seat.
I am in the hot seat.
She was always booked to be interviewed. So we had some extra time today and we thought like, hey, why don't we just like switch the roles today and I'll interview Siri.
I love it. I'm so excited.
Are
you gonna grill me?
I'm gonna do my best to drill you. Well, first up, you know, you asked me this question first, I believe, so like that's how we should start it with you. What awards are you nominated for? I believe there's one for Adult Time.
Yeah.
It is Best Group Trans Sex Scene, isn't it? Best Trans Group Scene.
Yes.
And that was for?
That's for my scene in Dolls.
Okay.
With Eva, Casey, or Chloe, God damn it, and Zariah.
What made that scene so special that it was able to get a nomination?
Sorry?
What made that scene so special that you were able to get the nomination?
I mean, I think the concept of that movie was really, really fun. Like the fact that they're like acting like these sex bots makes it very like interesting and original. Also, another thing that was interesting about that scene in particular was because of the setting of like, I'm playing a scientist and Leanna Lovings is in the scene, but she's not fucking in the scene.
Oh.
She's like studying our sexual interactions with the robots.
Interesting. So I've seen the R-rated version of Dolls at our screenings, but not the full sex scene. So that's so fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. Like not a cuck, but just like, or a voyeur, just kind of.
Yeah, it was definitely more voyeur, like, style than like cuck.
Very cool. Very cool.
It was really fun.
Well, we wish you luck, obviously. Like, we want Adult Time to win all of the things.
I know. I hope we win it. It was a fantastic scene. It was really fun to make.
So you recently moved back to LA?
I did.
You did.
Uh-huh.
How has that transition been for you?
It's been a lot, like in a good way. Like, I mean, it's moving across the country. That's a really big deal. And so it took me a while to like kind of readjust, you know. And then as soon as I started to feel settled in, it's like, now it's winter in LA, and then we had the fires. And so I've been waking up a lot of days in LA going, what is this shit? It's too cold. I didn't move to LA for this. I didn't move to LA to be in 50 degrees and wind. Like, I'm very excited about summer. That's all I'll say. Because I have a pool and I'm going to use it.
And you have a beautiful pool. I've been to your house. She has a beautiful house. How did you guys pick that one? Did you come out to LA and you had the chance to tour, or did you just like rent sight unseen?
I was like window shopping online for a very long time. And then
was finding that place ultimately what like made the decision to move, or did you guys kind of have a timeline?
No, I knew I was gonna move. It was, and I didn't really have like that flexible of a timeline either. So I was looking at a lot of places to kind of like get a feel for like probably the area that I'd enjoy living in the most. And I had narrowed it down to a couple zones, and then just finding the house that I found in the area that I found it, you know. And then I did actually do a special trip. I flew out to LA just to tour that house and talk to like the realtor and stuff. And it was an immediate, like, yes, easy decision.
What's your favorite part of the house? Like, I feel like everyone has that one thing in their house. They're like, this is the best part of my house.
The floors.
You know, I would not have guessed you would have said that. Tell me about why you love the floors so much.
It's the original hardwood floors, and they're gorgeous, and I love them.
Was the house built?
I don't want to say because I'm afraid of like people stalking online
How about the century, the decade?
It was built. It was built in the mid-century era.
Okay,
that's what I'll say.
You know what? That's fair. That's more than fair. I'm just like, ooh, floors. I'm like, I'm so old. I'm like, I never would have been interested in like the floors in your house before, but you know, here we are.
I know. No, I'm a nerd
really
too. Like I love. Like I grew up when I was like a kid in Minnesota. I grew up in like a really old house. Like I used to. This is maybe a little like crazy, but when I had sleepovers when I was a kid, I used to tell my friends that there were like dead people buried in the walls. Which was not true. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But
I was going to say,
the house
like
was
connected?
built in like 1912, so I was just like, I bet there's dead people on the walls. Why not?
Just like scaring your friends, just tormenting them?
Yes. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Are you still friends with those friends?
No.
I wonder why.
No, I moved. I moved out of that city when I was very young, so most of those friendships didn't last. But yeah, maybe it's because I scared the shit out of all of them when they slept over.
Oh. Somebody's been telling their therapist this story for many years.
Someone's been like, there's this girl that I knew when I was a kid, and now she's a porn star, and I am scarred for life. She told me that there were dead people in her. Like, I'm so sorry if y'all are watching.
What has been the biggest change of the industry? Because, you know, before you moved back to LA, you had a few years where you had retired, and you came out of retirement. Mm-hmm. What's been the biggest change? Let's go with positive change that you've seen.
Yeah, I mean, well, definitely just like the creator economy being kind of the thing that runs the industry mostly now is like all the fan platforms, like the way that as talent, we all have the ability to capitalize on our own content. That's really important. I think it's important for talent, but also just generally for like the health of the industry. I think a lot more, like when I talk, I know for me it's true, but when I talk to other talent, especially people who have been around as long as I have, or like were around before OnlyFans, for example, or loyal fans was a thing. A lot of people are like happier now. Like it's, you know, we have a little more control, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
you know, it doesn't mean like it's also probably changed the way that the studio part of the system functions a little bit, you know, and I think that's actually a really good reason to shout out Adult Time, because like Adult Time has had a really different approach with shoots. For like as talent, one of the reasons I love working with Adult Time is because they're so much more collaborative than most of the other studios. Mm-hmm. And for sure, like way more collaborative than any studio I would have worked for back in like 2012. So there's been a lot of positive change, and I think that's great for all of us. It's great for the fans too. I think the fans can tell that, you know, that like we're having more fun and like more control over what we do, and like that's great for all of us.
Yeah, I think The Bottom Floor is one of like my favorite collaborative projects that Adult Time has done lately.
Yeah.
And how was it for you being a part of that?
Amazing. Oh my God. It was one of the coolest experiences shooting that scene. Not only because of like just what was achieved with like that many people being cast in a scene, but the fact that Susie Q and Michael Vegas, who directed, like the fact that they really made it feel like a party.
I'm going to be a part of the next one, and I'm
it was
so
an evening shoot. They had a DJ. Chad Alva was DJing during my scene, which that was cool. But like it truly did feel like I was at a party. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, I know I'm at work, I'm being filmed, but like, no, I felt like I was just at like a fun, kinky party in a perverted little basement somewhere.
Amazing.
Perfect.
I love it. That's how they kind of told me it was, but I didn't experience it, so I'm very excited. Are you part of the next one?
I don't know. I know, you know, we had to reschedule it because of the fires impacting a bunch of things in LA,
which I think was a good thing.
Yeah,
I think they made the right move there.
Yeah. So I'm not sure because I don't know if there's gonna be a conflict with my availability there, but I mean, as long as I can, like, yes, I absolutely want to be in the next one.
Great. Let's make sure.
Be a fly on the wall.
Especially because you and I have not done any scene. I like literally cannot believe we've never done a scene together. We've been on set together so many times and just have never had sex. So, or kissed or anything. It's very sad.
The time is overdue.
It's very overdue. So fingers crossed that the bottom floor reschedule works for both of our schedules.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
Yeah. So we talked about how the industry has changed. A lot of the awards are very similar categories. They don't usually add a lot of different awards categories.
Yeah.
So if you could add one awards category to, the list, what award would you give out?
I think it would be cool to have a category, and I'm just spitballing this right now as you asked me. I haven't given this, I haven't really sat down and had to think to myself about this already, surprisingly. But I think it would be really cool to have an award that's the best, queer scene or something. Because, one of the things I'm nominated in is the best trans group sex scene, but, that's still, it would be fun to have something that just, less defined borders,
Yeah. Something that can be very openly interpreted.
Yeah.
It would just open the door. Because, there's a lot of non-binary performers.
Exactly. That's part of why I'm thinking that.
Don't fit into one of those categories.
Yeah. There's a lot of models that, for better or worse, they may sometimes get marketed as, trans or just, cis. But, they actually identify as non-binary and they use they, them pronouns. And, there's not really, any place in the industry for those folks. I know I don't know if it's still a thing. I know a couple years ago, didn't they change it was best new performer instead of best new starlet? So there's a little more inclusive language around that, but I'm not sure that it's meaningfully that different than what the award's always been. But it would just be cool to have a little more inclusivity in that regard.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
What about an award? So that's something that should just exist.
Yeah.
What about a very, how there's most outrageous sex scene?
Yeah.
If you could think of a crazy award category that would just have very fun, the highlight reels that they put up during the show.
Yeah.
What would be another fun award that they could give out that would just be interesting for whoever would give a speech about it?
Oh my God.
Things like that.
I'm trying to think of all the different possibilities. Stretchiest hole. There's already best anal, but I'm I don't know, stretchiest hole.
I would love to see a stretchiest hole
or specifically
award.
just most niche kink scene or something that would be fun to have an award where someone gets to go up on stage and give an acceptance speech for doing. Well, we were just talking about urethral sounding right before. Right before we rolled on this interview. So that, for example, that could be just a very niche kink award. That would be fun.
I think that would be very fun. I think that would have some really good sound bites in their award speeches. Absolutely. That's so funny. That's funny. How's AVN, the convention, changed?
Great. How has it changed?
Yeah.
So, it's always been big and chaotic. I think that one of the things that I've enjoyed seeing is, again, kind of going back to talent having more of a creator economy presence. It's cool now, because this used to definitely never be a thing at AVN, but it's cool now that there's a lot of places for talent who are independent or, who are newer maybe to sign and without having to specifically be with an agency. It's back when I started, the only way to sign in my first year was you had to be signed with an agent and your agency would have a booth. And that was kind of the only option if you were newer, because the only way you'd sign with a company is if you had already been pretty established and shot a lot for one of those companies. So now, we're in the Loyal Fans booth right now, and there's a bunch of talent that have accounts on Loyal Fans and they're signing, and that's very cool. And that was, for the longest time, that wasn't a thing. So I think it's cool now. I think it's actually, it gets people, a lot of talent and a lot of creators get more excited about the trade shows now.
Sure.
It used to be it's always been exciting for fans, of course, but it's very cool to see a lot of new people coming in. I just feel I see every year, I see more and more people who are new to the industry and they're so excited to be here and to make connections and then network and to meet their fans. That's fun.
And it's definitely changed for you. Like you said, you used to sign all the time.
Yeah.
And this time you are hosting the Adult Time podcast.
Yeah.
How have you been enjoying that?
It's been amazing. It's so much fun. Isn't it fun?
I'm having a great time. I'm like, I just get to ask her questions. I'm just like sitting in my little comfy chair.
Yeah, well, like all day yesterday when we were filming the interviews, I kept saying like, this is so perfect for me because I'm such an extrovert and like I actually get more energy from talking a lot. So it's like this is very fun because like, you know, I do 4 hours of podcast recording and then afterward I don't feel drained. I feel like, yeah, let's party. Even though I did not party last night. I was a good girl and I went to bed.
I feel like that's like the thing to do at AVN. It's like party a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like party moderately.
Yeah. There was when I was very thirsty because Vegas is very dry last night, and it was like a little after midnight, and I was like, I'm just gonna go down, and I wanted to buy like a couple giant bottles of water to keep by my bedside overnight. And the stores were closed. The stores in the hotels were closed. I was very annoyed.
In Vegas?
Yeah, like the store downstairs, you know.
Wild.
Like there's like little convenience stores inside, and they were closed, and I was like, I thought they were open till like 1, but oh well, I missed my window to buy my water. I was fine. I was still hydrated, but I'm bad at telling stories. I go way too into the weeds, so you're welcome. That is to say, I would not normally have left my hotel room at midnight. I just left because I was thirsty. And part of the reason why I don't leave my hotel room after midnight is because you run into random people, and I'm like, sometimes I don't want to just talk to random people. I'm tired. This man in the elevator was like, do you want to come to our suite party on the 11th floor? Which is like, I think it's an official, like, you know, it's normal during AVN for studios or like big companies with budget to throw parties. They will like have a whole floor and they'll like throw a party in a penthouse or something. But this guy was like, do you want to come to our party? And I was like, I'm like literally ready for bed. I'm in my pajamas and my slippers. My makeup has been fully removed. My hair is in a shitty looking ponytail. And I just was like, do I look like I'm looking for a party? Like, no, thank you for the invite. Thank you so much. Tonight is not my party night because I'm working tomorrow.
Good.
You know?
Yes. Well, we have to get you.
After I'm done today, tonight is my party night. And
Amazing.
I do not know what I'm doing yet, so I'm going to have to feel it out.
Perfect.
See what's happening.
We hope that you have an amazing time partying.
Thank you.
I got to let you get back to work in this chair.
I got to talk to people.
So we'll make sure that you are nice and hydrated and all of those
Thanks.
things before you leave the booth today. It was great talking to you, Siri.
Thank you, Alison.
I hope you have a great time hosting the rest of the episodes.